agree with your viewpoints. It is a people's but I'll tell you where it all starts. It starts at a seed level, and where do seafarers initially get their training from is, in my view, the biggest problem. That is the training institutions. That is those pre-sea training institutions. I'll tell you, and this was a very renowned college in South Shields that I did my SCCW renewals. I'm very proud to say my certificate of competency as a master mariner is still valid until 27. But I'll tell you something. I went for those SCCW courses, and I can not emphasize that the course that I did, the revalidation courses I did, were not very different from 98 when I first did them as to qualify as a senior officer. I was still given that hose and said, "Oh, you've been a captain and you have leadership skills, so you'll go first," holding that hose into the dark room, which is full of smoke. And I said, "Dude, I'm never ever as a master going to be in a position to hold a hose." I said, if a master starts holding the hose and going inside a fire chamber to fight it, you got it wrong. And it just did not sink in. I didn't want to be spoiled sport. I went on. But I think the problem lies there. None of the colleges teach you social interaction skills. None of them at the master's level teach you leadership skills. That is where the problem lies. And I'll tell you what, the PNI clubs, all of them have loss prevention departments. And I'll tell you that we've seen in the last 20 years that I've been in Dubai, I've seen that the vessels are getting lesser and lesser inspected, and the loss prevention departments, which are still there in the clubs, are actually spending a lot of their times in the offices of their members, trying to train the superintendents and the commercial departments, giving them conferences, going to crew conferences, and telling them what to do. And I think that should be done more at grassroots level to be a loss prevention mechanism, and it will be effective, because I can't agree more with Chris. It is a people's problem that the loss prevention has to be more from the shore side. It has to be understood better. And I think if you look at and last point here before I finish my point, if you look at any commercial department, any chartering house, and speak to the chartering manager or commercial manager, he'll actually not prefer to have seafarers in his commercial department. He will actually choose people who are non-seagoing to run his commercial department. And I'll tell you, that I think has to change somewhere, because it's that one seafarer in the commercial department would make him understand what the realities on board are. And I think if that starts happening at least those companies who are sitting in the audience are listening, I think there'll be a shift in how ships are run and how the last dollar will not be counted, and actually human emotions will be questioned more and more. That's my point.